Back in March, I was thrilled to have been selected for the Break Fellowship program for European women entrepreneurs. It was a wonderful opportunity for me, and I was particularly excited about returning to Spain once again. I did have some concerns though. Who was I going to be living with? Would I be able to use a kitchen? How many people will be cooking? And what ingredients would I have access to? My name is Claudia Cano, I'm a 45 years old nutritionist, and I help busy women in the 40s make healthy eating easy. As you can imagine, this was a once-in-a-lifetime experience. And let me tell you, it was intense. Mentally, physically, and especially emotionally. But we will get back to this later in the video. Having lived in Spain for 10 years in the past, I already had an idea of the ingredients I would have access to. However, I knew that I would be staying in a small town with local mini markets and a kitchen at a hostel that didn't provide meals. So I thought it would be best to bring some of my daily food staples and essential kitchen tools too. For breakfast, I brought along my go-to items like oats, ground flax seeds, chia seeds, cinnamon, goji berries, protein powder, and loose leaf tea. I also packed almonds, Brazilian nuts, and 85% dark chocolate. You know, it's my favorite. In terms of kitchen utensils, I brought 2 knives, a spatula, a kitchen towel, a peeler, 3 plastic food containers, a thermos for tea, and my tea filter. Before arriving, I was informed that there was a gym in town. My plan was to hit the gym 3 times a week and take walks to ensure I reached 10,000 steps every day. As usual, I also traveled with my yoga mat. Me and my group of 13 more women were hosted in a rural village in Andalusia, very close to Extremadura, called Arroyo Molinos de León, with 950 inhabitants. Our accommodation was the only hostel in town and had 2 separate spaces, with my room being upstairs, along with the living room and the lovely terrace. However, the kitchen was located downstairs, so I had to leave the building every time I wanted to use it. This wasn't really ideal, especially on rainy days when I wanted to bring food upstairs. Thankfully though, my plastic containers proved to be quite handy in this situation, as well for when I wanted to bring my breakfast to the co-working space or when we were out of town. The 3 mini markets in town had varied opening hours from 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. and from 6 to 8 p.m., although these hours were somewhat flexible. Thursday was market day, which lasted until 2 p.m. and on Saturday morning, a veggie vendor parked his truck in town. My favorite shop was run by La Paqui, short for Paquita. Most of her fruits and veggies came from her own garden. One day, while I was out for a walk, I stumbled upon Paqui sitting on her porch, and she graciously invited me to see her lunch. Finally, the local gym wasn't the most modern, but it still had weights and machines. Despite the challenges, I managed to maintain a semblance of organization during my stay. Since I had brought most of my breakfast with me, that aspect was relatively easy. However, the one product that was difficult to find was unsweetened plain yogurt. I had to ask someone from the neighboring village to get it for me. During the first few mornings, I was quite busy and unable to stick to my usual breakfast routine. Let me tell you, my body definitely noticed the difference. The fiber and liquids in my usual breakfast play a significant role in my daily intake, so not having them really affected me. But as soon as I was able to get back to it, I was regular again. For lunch, our incredible host Alma Natura arranged for us to dine together. Manolo, the cook, would bring the food to the co-working space at 1 p.m. and then we would eat all together. Before agreeing to this arrangement, I had the chance to review the menu, which, although not perfect, didn't look too bad. Sometimes it had too many carbs, lacking protein and variety, but it was very inconvenient. However, for dinner I needed to get organized, as relying on tapas every day was not an option for me. With the busy kitchen and the lack of equipment, I didn't feel comfortable doing much cooking. So I mostly resorted to making salads with canned sardines or tuna, chicken, lentils, and chickpeas. There was a lot of sharing, and we were lucky to have a few generous souls who would cook great meals effortlessly for everyone. One of the main goals of the program was to foster a sense of community among European women entrepreneurs. Even during the interview process, I was asked how I could help my group. Initially, I had planned to organize a workshop on making healthy eating easy. However, plus took a different direction. You know how you could offer your help right now? By liking this video and hitting the subscribe button. That will make a big difference for this channel. Back to Molinos, during one of our group sessions, we were paired up with the buddy and we had to collaborate on creating a workshop together. My buddy was Marina, a talented product owner. Together, we came up with the basic analog products that made it fun and easier to incorporate 30 or more plant-based foods into one's diet within a week. If you have seen more of my videos, you know that that's a habit I promote often. We call the product the Package Challenge. You remember La Paki, right? This is how it looked like. Almost all the plant-based foods in the challenge were available at the Paki store. And we even added 2 local favorites, chochos and pipas. As participants reached 15 foods, they received the first reward to treat themselves, and that could be food related or something that makes them happy. Once they reached 30 foods, they received a free copy of my vegan zero waste meal plan. It's a 1-week made for you plan focused on variety of plant-based foods. It includes a grocery list and 7 delicious recipes, each one covering 2 meals. On average, each meal is ready in less than 15 minutes, and the best part is that at the end of the week, there are no leftover ingredients that might go to waste. The challenge generated quite of an engagement within the group, and apart from this, I enjoyed seeing the girls taking interest in what I was eating. It was rewarding to answer the questions and witness them applying changes to the diet, such as having a boiled egg before breakfast. As previously mentioned, the experience was very intense, physically, mentally, and emotionally. And time was scarce, so I decided that it was okay to relax some of my usual habits and go with the flow. I consider myself incredibly fortunate to have been part of such an amazing group. From our very first dinner together, sitting around a table, we opened up and connected on a deep level. We created a safe space where authenticity was encouraged, and even meltdowns were celebrated as part of personal growth. We helped and supported each other selflessly, and we hugged each other. Not those hugs when you get patted on your back, but those real hugs where your energy becomes one. It was amazing. I get emotional even thinking about it. The entire group with our hosts surprised me with an unforgettable birthday breakfast, complete with multiple cakes, cookies, brownies, and my first ever piñata, filled with healthy nuts instead of candies. So yes, my diet wasn't perfect, I didn't spend as much time at the gym as I had intended to, and I might have come back with a kilo or 2 heavier. However, I returned with a heart full of memories that will be cherished for a lifetime, and with 13 incredible women who I can call my break sisters. As business entrepreneurs, one of the most valuable things I hope to have shared with my fellow breakers is the most important diet change for more energy and focus that I talk about in this video here. And if you're new to my channel and want to make healthy eating easy, make sure you subscribe right here to watch new videos every Sunday. If you're interested in working one-on-one with me, you can check out the link I left in the description box. Thanks so much for tuning in. I will see you in the next video.